If you're a slicer, you're going to want to listen up. I'm Coach Andrew Banner, and one of the most common patterns I see in the average golfer is being steep over the top with an open club face. And what does that result in? Slicing. So, what do we want to do? We want to take a look at the most common patterns that are going on in a slicer and reverse it so we can become a drawer of the golf ball. So, here's what I want you to focus on. Understanding that a slicer, the most common things that we see in slicers is they have the least amount of rotation as they go to the top of the backswing and the most amount of rotation in the follow through. That's right, they have the least amount of hip and shoulder turn. Therefore, in the downswing, they actually focus and have the most rotation in the body, the hips, the shoulders. To become a drawer, we want to do the exact opposite. We want to have the most rotation as we go to the top of the backswing. What does rotation create? Depth. We get more hand depth. We get more trail hip depth. When these two things are accomplished, it gives us a clear pathway to swing shallow back to the inside portion of the golf ball. And then in the follow through, the less rotation we have, the more propensity we're going to have to start the ball away from us and draw it back. So here's what it looks like again to be a slicer. Least amount of rotation, most amount of rotation. To be a drawer, most amount of rotation, more depth, least amount of rotation in the follow through. Big difference between trail foot and a drawer and a slicer. So if you start building these swings in from a dry swing perspective, focusing on making deep turns to limited turn in the follow through, you do that without a ball for repetitions. Then you put the ball on a low tee and try and execute that same form. You're going to change your pattern step by step. If you want to continue to become a more educated golfer and learn with me, you can find me at Coach Andrew Banner on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.